Hey guys, it's Melvin7 here, and today I'm bringing you my review of Manchester United's windows. So, in terms of what we brought in, every single player, even I'd say Sergio Romero slightly, just because of the fact he's free, has improved us, alright? Sergio Romero being the worst of that. We've brought in Memphis Depay, we've brought in Morgan Schneiderlin, Bastian Schweinsteiger, Matteo Darmian, and now Anthony Martial, is it? Or Marshall? I think it's Martial. That's what I'm going to call him for now until I find out what his actual pronunciation is. But anyway, they all strengthen the squad. What we've sold is probably way too much. I think we've let go of 16 players in total. That includes loans. And there's some surprising ones in there for the fact that we didn't replace them. Now, I'm really surprised we let RVP go as early in the window. I mean, we thought that we were going to replace him, all right, and it would all turn out fine. But we'd already let Falcao go out on loan, and now Hernandez left as well, which I wasn't too surprised about. But I would have thought, like, looking back at it, was there any need to sell RVP? I mean, financially, no. I know he's getting older, etc., but we only got 4 million, so I don't know. I think that's probably the biggest mistake in terms of our selling, because he would easily be like our second best striker, second, third, maybe, and it would just be nice to have that extra option. If we'd have kept him, it would have been slightly better, but we didn't. We let him go. We sold Di Maria, etc., because of the falling out he had with Louis van Gaal. He's well documented that with the philosophy and all that. We got rid of Johnny Evans, a lot of deadwood, all right, including Evans, Cleverley, etc. So much deadwood has now gone, and we're left with, I think, is it 5 or 6 players from Ferguson's title win in 2013, which is crazy. This squad has changed so much. We've obviously managed to keep David De Gea because of an administration error, and there's reports coming out from Spain as well that he might even sign a new deal, and it might scupper the Real Madrid deal forever, or at least until next year, but they wouldn't get him for free because he'd have a contract, so that it still have to fork out, and probably even more than what they paid this time, which would be perfect, all right? I'd take that. Hopefully David De Gea does that, because obviously the Euros are coming up. He'll want to play, and yeah, I think, this unhappy goalkeeper, he's a professional, all right? He's going to realise, look, I mean, Ramos has been telling him, and that's a Real Madrid player, to just get your head up and play, do your best for Man United, and then, maybe Real Madrid come back calling. Hopefully for us they don't, though, and Perez's ego gets in the way. But we've managed to keep him for whatever reason. We need to use him. I'm sure we will. I mean, our club statement said we were delighted to keep him, so hopefully Louis van Gaal was as well. And yeah, he starts next game against Liverpool. That would be great. So I'm very happy we did manage to keep him. In terms of Anthony Martial, all right, I've heard of him. I haven't really seen him much. I saw him against Arsenal. I saw him on the day we signed him against PSG, where they did get beat 3-0. But he was all right, I suppose. He didn't really do anything outstanding. But he's very, very highly rated in France. Big prospect. Chelsea were after him. This is confirmed by Sky Sports. So were Madrid. So were Spurs, etc. But they were told that they couldn't get him until next year. We took a gamble because Monaco went out of UCL. We were like, oh, we'll put a massive fee, one that we think Monaco can't reject, and they can't. I think the official fee for Martial is 25 million, and then we pay 3.5 million for every year of his contract, so that's 4 years. So that's where the extra 12 million or whatever comes from. So it's 36 million, but we only pay 25 up front, then 3.5 for the duration of the next 4 years. And then there's some ridiculous clauses on there, like if he wins the Ballon d'Or, they get X amount. I think it's like 10 or 15 mil if he scores 150 goals, etc. So by the time he would hit those targets, we wouldn't really be bothered about paying an extra 15 or 10 or 20 million, whatever it is, because winning the Ballon d'Or would prove he's the best player in the world. So I don't think we'd be too bothered about that one. So if they ever get met, it's a, obviously we've overspent. I'm not going to deny that, but you've got to give Woodward credit for that sort of thing, all right? Putting those ridiculous clauses in to get Monaco to accept, etc. And it's worked out, and he was highly sought after, so I'm really not bothered what we paid, because if we had have sold De Gea, we'd have had near on a zero net spend anyway. And yeah, for a club like us, it just doesn't matter about money, so that's fair enough. Hopefully it becomes a good investment. But in terms of our midfield, we've made an upgrade of Fletcher and Cleverley and Anderson. We've turned that into Schweinsteiger and Schneiderlin. which I'm delighted with. I thought Schneiderlin was Arsenal's all the way through the transfer window until we officially signed him. I hoped we would, didn't believe we would, and I'm thankful we did. Memphis Depay, another well sought after player that's getting a little bit too much criticism for my liking. He's trying things. It's 4 games in to the season, all right. He scored 2 brilliant goals against Bruges. He just needs to get a little bit of consistency in the Premier League. But to be honest, the whole team, apart from Luke Shaw maybe and Matteo Darmian, hasn't really been performing too well. Or maybe Chris Smalling as well. He's been doing well. But yeah, I think 2 areas that we really needed to strengthen but didn't for whatever reason is centre back, which everyone knows. We didn't bring anyone in, so we've only got Smalling, Rojo, Jones, Blind, who's obviously playing there, and McNair, I think. We loaned Black out, we sold Evans, etc. So we definitely did need one. Whether we're going to be able to cope, let's wait and see. I hope we can, alright? Like, if we can keep injury-free, then that'll be a massive positive. I mean, Smalling is key, right? So if he gets injured, then we really have got a problem, because then we're probably going to have to play Jones, who might be injured at the same time, because he's always injured every other game. Striker, we definitely needed more depth, as I said. I mean, bringing in Anthony Martial, brilliant, but perhaps we could have done with a big name one, or just someone who's like 26, 27, you know, in the mid-range, who's quite experienced. But we didn't get it for whatever reason, so I'm just going to have to back the team, and I'm confident, alright? I'm not confident that we're going to win the league, because I think that City's already, I mean, their business has been absolutely ridiculous compared to everyone else. They've spent a lot more, but I don't care. Like, they've improved their squad a lot more than anyone else have, and yeah, I think they're dead set for it, but hopefully we can challenge for it, and hopefully we can challenge for other trophies, alright? City need to prove that they can do it in Europe. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. Hopefully we can, though. I think our squad is probably more suited to Europe, because it's more suited to teams who come at us and we can play punch for punch. So overall, what would I give this window? I'd probably give it a B, to be honest, alright? It would have been an A if we could have signed maybe another striker or a centre-back. And if we'd have got a centre-back and a striker, then an A+, because we've effectively got rid of all the deadwood, to be honest. People call him Valencia deadwood. I don't really think he is. I think he'll be a decent squad rotation player for us, or backup, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'm going to give it a B, because I think we've done brilliantly buying in. We've just made a couple more sales than I would have wanted. As I say, I think RVP, now looking at it, was kind of pointless. We really didn't need to sell him, but we did. So hopefully Anthony Martial can live up to his name. It's a lot of pressure for a 19-year-old, but we're all going to get behind him, obviously. All the Man United fans will. And yeah, let me know what you think of our window in particular. I'll probably do top 20 transfers in terms of Premier League, and then top 20 transfers of like throughout the world. That'll be very opinionated. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, sorry there was no ratings video for FIFA yesterday. You would have already known the ratings, and there's not going to be one today, because I'm out on the times that they release them at 5, and by the time you get back, you'll already know the ratings anyway, so there's no point in uploading. But I might do one tomorrow and the day after, because I will be here. But anyway, hopefully I've enjoyed, and peace.